If you're working in quality assurance, sooner or later you're going to hit a fork in the road, a huge choice that pretty much defines the rest of your career. Are you going to be a master of code or a master of strategy? It's a big deal because this decision shapes your skills, your salary, and your entire future in tech.
So, let's get real. You're in QA, you've been in the trenches, you've built up some great experience, but now you're looking ahead and thinking, okay, what's next? Do I dive even deeper into the code, or do I take a step back and start managing the bigger picture? It's a classic dilemma, and honestly, getting it right is crucial.
But here's the really good news. There's no wrong answer here. This isn't about a right path and a wrong path. This is about choosing between two excellent, high-impact careers. So let's break them down and meet our two contenders.
All right, to make this super clear, we're going to frame this as two distinct archetypes, the coder and the strategist. Let's get to know them.
First up, we've got the QA developer, who we're calling the coder. This is your hands-on practitioner. Their whole world is about building solid test automation frameworks from scratch, writing clean, efficient test code, and making sure it all plugs perfectly into the CI/CD pipeline. You can really think of them as a software developer who just happens to specialize in quality.
And in the other corner, we have the senior test engineer, our strategist. This role is all about zooming out to see the entire landscape. They're focused on the big why and how of testing. They're designing the overarching strategy, constantly tweaking processes to make things run smoother, and mentoring the whole team to make everyone better. They're basically the architects of the entire quality process.
Okay, so now we know who's in the ring. Let's put them head-to-head in a 3-round face-off. We're going to look at what they do, what they earn, and where their careers are headed. Round 1, the daily grind. You can see the split right away, can't you? The QA developer is deep in the trenches of the code. Their day is all about automation and CI/CD, using tools like Selenium and Playwright. It's a seriously technical skill set. The senior test engineer, by contrast, is focused on that bigger picture. We're talking test design and overall strategy, using tools like Jira to guide the process and the team. These are just fundamentally different ways of working, day in and day out.
So that's what they do. But come on, let's get to the question that's probably on your mind. How do these two paths stack up when it comes to the paycheck?
All right, round 2, the paycheck. And whoa, looking at these 2025 estimates for India, the trend is pretty darn clear. At every single level, from entry right up to senior, the QA developer path has a higher salary range. I mean, look at the senior level, 5 to 8 years experience. A coder can pull in 12 to 22 lakhs per year, while a strategist is looking at 10 to 18. And believe me, that gap only gets wider the higher you climb.
And here's where it gets really stark. Look at the top end, the lead or architect level. A QA developer's salary ceiling can push up to 35 LPA, while the strategist tops out around 28 LPA. That's a huge difference. So what's driving this? Why the big gap?
Well, it really just boils down to market value. The QA developer's skills are, at their core, coding skills. They overlap a ton with what software developers do. And in today's tech market, that hands-on, hardcore coding expertise, it just commands a higher price tag. Simple as that.
Okay, on to our final round, the long game. Because let's be real, money isn't the whole story. What about career growth? For the QA developer, yeah, it's a steeper technical learning curve, but man, the doors it opens are incredible. You can jump into roles like STET, DevOps, or even become a full-stack dev. Your job mobility is through the roof. The senior test engineer's journey is different. It's a broader learning curve, focused on leadership and process, which paves a super clear path to becoming a QA lead or manager. Their mobility is all about moving up the leadership ladder. But a career isn't just about what's hot right now. We've got to look ahead. Technology is always changing, so how are massive trends like AI and automation going to shake things up for these roles in the next 5 or 10 years? Looking into that crystal ball, we see 2 really different ways these roles will evolve. For the coder, it's all about deeper integration. Their skills are going to be absolutely critical for AI-driven testing, and they'll get embedded even more with dev teams as the industry keeps shifting left, testing way earlier in the process. For the strategist, the future is all about adaptation. They'll be the ones managing AI-assisted test design and making sure quality is maintained across all the teams, focusing more on the final outcome than on any single tool. So, we've covered the daily grind, the paycheck, and the future outlook. Let's bring it all together for the final verdict. How in the world do you decide which one of these paths is the right one for you? So here it is, the final tale of the tape.
The coder path is for you if you just love technology, if you love building things. It promises bigger salary growth and a future in red-hot roles like DevOps, where demand is just skyrocketing. The strategist path, that's for the natural planners and leaders out there. It offers a stable, steady climb toward management, a skill set that will always be in demand.
So, when it comes right down to it, you just have to ask yourself, what energizes you? If you get a genuine thrill from cracking a complex technical problem with code, and yeah, you want to maximize what you can earn, then the path of the coder is absolutely for you. But if your real strength is in seeing the big picture, making the whole machine run better, and leading people to success, then the path of the strategist is where you are going to thrive.
Look, at the end of the day, both of these are fantastic, rewarding careers. The choice isn't about which one's better, it's about which one is better for you. You've seen the data, you've seen the roadmaps. The only question left is which future will you build?